each of these channels of our business, the social programming, the My Network, how you can build your network, the web builder, incredible tool. I love some of the testimonials that we've had on over the past couple weeks. My momentum and my prospects. Make sure you're digging in and understanding every component of the tool. All right, everyone, as you know, we've been engaged in a social media challenge. If you haven't yet signed up, please go tag at GetLevAI and use the hashtag MyLevAI for the chance to be featured on our social media channels. Last week, we saw from that woman right there that's looking you in the face, Tammy. She did a phenomenal job. And this week, we have had several great submissions. We're going to get to that in 1 second. 30 days to feature. It started on October the 9th. It ends on November the 8th. We still have 9 days if you haven't yet started. Tonight is your night. Let's get it going. How it works. Log into LevAI, open My AI Social, work on the instant post there. You're going to see once you do that, once you get yourself over that hurdle, how easy this is. You don't have to even think anymore. Let LevAI do the thinking for you about what, where, how to post and to respond to the inbound that you're going to get from that activity. Okay, email a screenshot of your chosen profile to social at GetLevAI if you want to participate. And then on day 30, which is going to be November the 8th, even if you start today, email a new screenshot of the same profile. And we are going to pick a winner to win our very first branded item, this Lev AI hat. I hope I get one as well so that I can look cool along with you as we celebrate your successes. Everybody, we've had some amazing engagement. I want to thank everybody last week who entered into the contest and started using it. Harlequin Murray, I see you. By the way, everybody, I can only see your posts if you're friends with me on social, and I want to see all of your posts because it makes me happy. So if you're not yet friends with me, please go become friends with me. Send me a request on any of the platforms so that I can see when you are doing stuff. Of course, you're tagging LevAI as well, but I like to see them personally. Beverly Dorner has done some amazing things. Crystal Davis, Hedvig Marosi, looks like we have an right from Hungary. We're gonna have a big business in Hungary, everybody. That is exciting. Okay, so to share, before we get to that, to share our experiences, we have one of our very best posters on social. I am friends with her on social, so I do see everything that she's posting all the time, and it makes me very, very happy to see that she's engaging with our tool and putting it to use in her businesses. So I believe we've got Jill here. Jill, if you're there, if you could pop on your camera and turn on your microphone. Awesome, there you are. How are you
There I
tonight, Jill?
am. Hi, Blake. Yes, I
Good.
picked you for a friend as soon as I saw you were open to friendship.
Awesome. I love it.
Because, if you go
Oh, go
ahead.
ahead.
I was going to say, if you're coming into a company and you have access to the president, listen up and become his friend, everyone. It's fun to know he's watching us.
Appreciate
So,
you saying that, Jill. I am so happy that you did that because now I see all of your stuff every single day, and I think it's awesome. So before we dive into it, tell us a little bit about where you're from, how come, and why you chose to be a participant, a partner in LevAI, and how you're using it.
Okay, so I go back to brick and mortar days, 1981, getting my first computer. It was a little black box, and I wasn't afraid of trying something new. So that's me. Not so much into this kind of a marketing business. I've tried a few, just barely got my foot wet. But Jeff Evers is the one that told me about it. So I said, you know what? That guy knows business. I'm in. And when I saw Randy was part two, I was like, I'm in. And then I heard you were in. And I'm like, okay, I'm all in. So I used to post for a man for like 4 years doing posts, and the mornings were grueling for me as I had to write stuff for him. And I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing it because I'm building a Lab AI, and I've been a thought leader for years, and so I'm doing my Go Beyond Club, and I built my website, and I love doing my social posts. I love watching how it's growing. You know what? I got more people that are following me, people that have ignored me for like 8, 10 years, because I've been on since '08 on social media. They're coming back. and they're messaging me. So it's exciting, you guys. Get in, try it, so that we can prove to others this works. So Lev AI keeps growing.
I love it, Jill. So let's back up 2 seconds. I'm interested to know where you're from, first of all.
Okay, I was a native to Wyoming for many, many years, but now I'm in Florida.
Okay,
And
Jill is in Florida. That's awesome. It's a beautiful time of year in Florida right now, and it's going to be good
yes,
for the next 6 months or so. That's awesome. And so you started the website. So tell me how long, once you got in and you started using the tool, how long from that time until you actually, published your website?
oh my gosh, it's like about 40 minutes if you want to make a lot of changes. If you don't need to make very many changes at all, like the pictures are beautiful.
That's
If you want
awesome.
to do it, you got minutes. I mean, you have a website delivered by Lev AI in a matter of minutes. 10 minutes or less, not even that.
That's
So,
amazing. So you
yes,
hooked up the website and remind us again. You built a website for which of your brands?
it's called Go Beyond Club.
Go
Go Beyond.
Beyond Club. That's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. And I'm assuming that you use the little contact form down there so you can capture
I
people's
did.
information. And what's really cool about that, then now you can learn to use the email scheduler tool that's back there. So now you've got this group of people who's coming to your website. You're collecting their contact information. Now you can utilize the CRM to start building email schedulers and send them out to people with updates or whatever content you want to give to them.
I love that. I love it. And I was just thinking today, oh, I want to get into the emails now. So there you go. You just inspired me, Blake.
I love it. Let's get after that. I can't, I'm going to go to your website and I'm going to put my contact on your form because I want to
Great.
get those and see how it's working. That's going to be super
Okay.
cool. Now,
Super.
on the social stuff, because you've been, Jill, from the get-go, you have been one of the most prolific users on social of this tool. So explain to us, like, how was it in the very beginning and what's your experience like today using the social tools inside of Live AI?
So in the beginning, because I've actually written a couple books, I like to write and speak. And so at first I was making changes to it. And I realized that no, the more that I talked to my AI, the better it did at making a post so much like me. I mean, I'm looking at it now and I feel like there's nothing I would tweak. There's everything is just what I want. And so, guys, yeah, I started the day that Blake announced it. That night I decided I'm in, and I made a few posts that night, and I haven't stopped. I one night was late because I think it might have been the day that I went over to meet um, Randy and Samantha. I went to Clearwater to meet them, and that was a great trip. But I think I was late, and it was like 12:02 a.m. Right, but I was working on them beforehand, so it's okay. I'm happy with where I am. I, you know, the best advice I give anyone is dive in, make it worth the money you spent, and be committed for 12 months. Just be committed, whatever
I
you.
love it, Jill. That is amazing. Everybody, if you haven't liked or followed Jill yet, go like and follow Jill so you can see what she's doing every single day. You'll see how easy it is. Jill, thanks so much for coming on with us and sharing your experience. Thanks for being one of our best users. I see all of your things every single day and I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Blake.
Everybody, give it up. Send Jill a whole bunch of hearts or claps or however the program works here. She did an amazing job. And Jill, we'll talk to you soon, okay?
You bet.
All right, awesome. Okay, everybody, that was amazing. I know you all have been waiting for this next update, as have I, by the way, for quite some time. One of the features that is part of our feature set is the My AI video feature. If you've been waiting for this and excited about this and ready for this to come, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Shoot me a little thumbs up there because we're finally arriving at the moment, and I cannot wait to see this tool deployed into your hands. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to walk you through what this looks like in the back office right now for us testers. We're testing the program to make sure that it works seamlessly and is flawless. So let's get on with it. Coming this Friday, that's right, 10/31. We promised October. We promised the end of October. Here we are at the end of October. Coming this Friday, 10 31. Every plan, if you're a partner in LEV AI, has access to this tool. An avatar that looks like you, an avatar that talks like you, an avatar with your voice cloned, an avatar where you can speak in dozens and dozens of languages around the world. Simple, seamless, easy to use. This is going to be a massive improvement for our business coming again this Friday, October the 31st. So here's how it will look once it's enabled in your back office. And I want to just walk through a couple instructions. And if you've got questions, please post them here so that we can answer them as best as we can. Okay, so here's going to be the most important thing. When you log in on Friday, whatever time it is that it goes live in the system, you're going to want to use a clear front-facing photo of yourself and kind of keep it, from here up. That's going to give you the best result once you start making your videos. Make sure that your shoulders and upper body are visible for realistic motion in talking videos. Remember, these are really, really lifelike, but everybody, I want to just get this out here right now. Garbage in equals garbage out. Who's heard that before? A lot of times we talk about that with respect to data. If you put bad data in and you try to analyze bad data, you're just going to get bad data out, and it's not going to make any sense for anybody. So these things that I'm telling you right now, critically important. We've had some users who haven't taken this quite so seriously, and the videos just don't turn out as good and as lifelike and as real as they could otherwise. So avoid anything covering or blocking your face or mouth for the most optimal outcome. So starting this week, you all are going to be able to log in. You're going to see the tool right there in my AI video. And the very first thing you're going to do is upload your picture. And here are some instructions for uploading the picture. Now, I will tell you, because I've played around quite a bit with this tool, you don't want to be having a great big smile. Okay, because it's not that if you have a great big smile in the picture that you use, like when your video starts going, it's not going to be realistic. You also don't want to be frowning, everybody. So don't put on a frowny face, because then you're also going to look funny as well. So kind of just use a neutral facing of your picture of yourself, not showing a big toothy smile, of course, not angry or upset either. That's going to be the first step in the process. By the way, these are actual screenshots from the back office, our testing back in our test development. So this is exactly what you're going to see when this goes live for every single partner in the field this Friday. All right, so you upload your image. That's step one. Step number two, upload a sample of you speaking. Now, this one is also critically important, everybody. You're going to want to get in a quiet room, okay? You don't want to be like out in traffic or like Larry right now. Larry's with us tonight. I love Larry, and he's hosting this massive Halloween party out, thousands of people. But he's got himself closed into an environment right now where, he's like in a sound room, and if he wants to make a video, he can make a video. So and here's why it's important, everyone. First of all, the technology is so cool. It is going to clone your voice in whatever language you're speaking. So you want to have a really clear recording of your voice with no, noise from the background or anything like that. And try, please, everybody. I know some people speak a little bit slower. Some people speak a little bit faster. Do your best to do a really, really good voice sample where you're enunciating your words. Don't make it fake. All right. Just get in there and make sure you're doing a really quality sample of your speaking. By the way, I want to go back to the picture real fast. This is important because I've seen some people using the tool. It's cool if it's not the same every time, because then it can be different for everybody, and everybody's not going to see the same thing every single time. You can have as many pictures uploaded into the system as you want to upload into the system. All right. Just make sure that you're not smiling too big in any of them, or that you're not frowning too big in any of them, because it won't make your mouth movements correct. This is actually incredible. Like, you're going to be speaking a different language and your lips are going to be moving as if you're speaking that other language. That's amazing. To get the best result, make sure that you've got that sort of neutral positioning, a really clear picture of yourself with a high quality, the phones are super high quality now. Wipe off the camera, make sure you got a really, really clear picture of yourself in there when you go to set this up for yourself. You don't have to do it just once. You can upload as many pictures as you want. Test it, try it, see which one you like the best. Make it fresh every time you do a new one. There is no problem with that at all. And if for some reason, I don't believe this is likely, but I've seen it happen. If for some reason the system doesn't clone your voice perfectly, just upload a new recording. That's all you got to do. Just upload a different recording and it'll get it right. I promise you. If it's not perfect the first time, just upload a different recording. And I promise you, it's going to sound like you and look like you. I mean, you've seen the videos from Larry and some of the videos from Randy that they've done. I mean, I'm just flat out amazed at how much they sound like the two of them. And I'm really happy that, not that I don't love Larry and Randy. I do. I love both of them. But I can't wait to see yours. I'm just on pins and needles waiting for it. And so this weekend, I'm going to be spending a lot of time on social, just checking things out and seeing that some of these videos get posted. That's cool. But I hope that you're using the video as a prospecting tool and you're sending it privately, via text message or email to whoever it is that you want to share LEV AI with and show them the power of the tool that we're building. That will lead to massive enrollment activity in the company, in your organization, which will lead to growth in the organization, which will lead to rank advancements in the organization, which will lead to increased paychecks for everybody in the organization if you are out there doing the activity. Okay, so here is the next step. Tell LEV AI what the video will be about. So this is, your video twin is actually going to say whatever it is that you type into this box. Okay, so garbage in, garbage out. Like you want to have you don't want to have a really great picture and your voice cloned perfectly, talking in dozens of languages around the world, and then you put some not well thought out message into the box for your digital twin to be talking about, right? So think about it. By the way, here's a suggestion. Use the LEV AI tools that we've been going through the last couple weeks to help them generate a script for you. You don't even have to think about it. Hey, today I want to talk about my LEV AI business. Great. Go through the procedures that we've gone through last week specifically. Have it populate the text for you, and you can edit it and put it in. I can't wait to see you all using it. You can see here in the business profile section. So we were just talking with Jill. I love the conversation with Jill. She's got a LEV AI business profile in her sort of selection there. I can't drill down on this because it's not live. It's just a slide. But she's also got her other business there, which could have completely different tones, voices, audiences, all of the above. Of course, LEV AI has learned all about that during her onboarding process and will craft the messaging for that particular business. So she'll be able to use the video twin in either of her businesses, and they might be vastly different in terms of who they're talking to, the messaging that they're doing. Incredibly, incredibly powerful. So in this box, that's where you'll write in what you want your twin to say. Prompt your script. Okay, then after all that's finished, you go to the fourth step. 4 very simple steps. You review your script, okay? So, you can, by the way, you don't have to use the AI tools here. You see that little AI button there, that'll automatically generate the text for you. If you prefer just to type in your own message, that's okay. If you want to go edit this message, very easy to do. Just click in there, edit it. You can do however you like. And then this little button right here where it says English US, well, then you can see the dozens and dozens of languages that you can output this into. And we found that the waiting time is about 5 minutes for you to automatically get the video back into your back office. How incredible is that? You're going to be speaking in dozens of languages around the world in a matter of 48 hours. That is incredible, everybody. Put this tool to use in a big, big way the minute that you see it pop up as live in your back office. Of course, we'll send out an announcement, everybody, as soon as it is there for you so that you know that it's there. That way you don't have to just be refreshing your screen constantly every 5 seconds on Friday to see if it's there yet. Okay, here is a quick tip from me when you're using this. When you go in and you go through these four very simple steps, everybody, and then you click finish. This button right down here says finish. Then it's going to go, you'll see that the system is working on it, and in about 5 minutes or less, it will appear. So once you get to that step, um, some users have found that they have to refresh their screen before their finished video will pop up. So wait 5 minutes. If it's not there yet, after 5 minutes, please go in and refresh your screen so that it can pop up there and you'll see that it's all done. Does that make sense? I'm hoping that we can get that bit of training off to everybody. We've got thousands of users all over the world, everyone. We don't have thousands of people on this call tonight. So that means you need to help us get the message out to everybody, please, and let them know. No, it's not broken. Once you've completed the 4 steps in the process, you just need to make sure and refresh the screen, and then boom. Once you refresh, your video is ready, and there we are. That is actually one of our testers right there. Now, I've been doing these little tutorials the last few weeks. I want to show you how it works live. I'm going to get feedback from our AI expert who is listening to this call tonight. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so great. That's okay. I'm learning along the way. So try to follow me as we walk through a little video tutorial of how this actually will be working on Friday in every single one of your back offices. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, video messaging right there, front and center. Or you can go to My AI Video, and right there on the top right, create new. As you saw on the slides, the first step that we're going to do is upload an image of yourself. It goes through the instructions, so you don't have to remember everything that I said right there. Okay, there's an image of our AI expert actually, and you can select whether you want it horizontal or vertical, whichever you like better. Click next. Now you're going to do your voice recording. You can name it whatever you want to name your voice recording so you can kind of remember whatever it is. Remember, this is not going to actually be the script that you use. It's just the recording to clone your specific voice so that when the video is done, it sounds like you. Now, she selected her business profile, in this case, Dance Studio Miami. It could have been also her LEV AI business, any of the business profiles that you have set up, okay? Click next. Now review the script. So you can see the system has already generated a message. You can change the tone of the message. You can make it more humorous. You can make it more excited, and bang, it's going to regenerate it for you right there. I think that's pretty amazing. It's like I was talking with Jill. It takes all the hard work, all the thinking out of it. Now look at all these. This is incredible. This is mind blowing. I don't know if your mind's blown, everybody. Look at all those languages that you can use to post your video in. Then you click finish. Okay, you're going to get this little screen here. Now, it says right there when you get back to the top, work in progress. Then, a couple minutes later, boom, it's going to pop up. You can download your video so that you can just have it and you can text it out to somebody or email it to somebody, or you could just share a link straight from the system and it will send it to whoever you would like to send it to. I'm sorry, we haven't quite figured out how to use the audio on our webcast yet, but it's working, I promise. So she's going to go in here, select out of her contacts who she wants to send it to, assuming she's added contacts to her LEV AI, or in this case, it was her dance studio's business. She's going to email, to June's email, generate a link. Now she can copy the link. She can make it public. She can make it traceable. By the way, that's pretty cool. You can make it trackable. So what that means is if you send it off to somebody, you can actually tell if they've opened your video or not. One great tip here. That way, you're going to know, okay, so I sent the video to June. Has June looked at my video? Because it's probably not really great for me to follow up with June if June hasn't even watched my video yet, right? But I know, but if I send it to June and then I know that June has watched my video, well, now I know that that would be a great time to follow up with June about whatever information I presented her with. All right, I hope I did a good enough job following along on the video there, everybody. We are so incredibly excited to launch this tool to you this Friday. So on Friday, the My AI Video Twin tutorial will be posted on YouTube simultaneously with when we launch the product out to everybody. So if you're not yet a subscriber to our YouTube page, go do it tonight so that you can be reminded, because you're not going to remember everything we talked about on this webcast tonight. You can get reminded, oh, they just dropped the new tutorial that we were talking about. I should go check that out before I start using my AI video twin. The tutorials are done by our AI expert. She does a phenomenal job. While you go to our YouTube page at GetLevAI if you haven't checked out the other tutorials that are posted there, you should go check them out as well. Not just for yourselves, you should be sharing them with your team. I have people calling me and texting me all the time and saying, Blake, how does this feature work, that feature work, the other feature work? And I'm like, all you got to do is go to YouTube and get Lev AI HQ, and you'll see all of our tutorials there. And that's much better than me trying to explain them all to you, because our AI expert does a better job than I do at it. And then they're like, oh, and then they forget. So go subscribe. That way you'll get the notifications. And then as part of your onboarding process, whenever you enroll a new partner, make sure they go subscribe. As part of the onboarding process, make sure that they go watch every single one of those training tools so that they know what to do the minute they become a partner in your business. Everybody, I think that we offer just a killer product at a killer price. The basic package, $49 a month. The pro package, $99 a month. You're not going to replicate this. No way in this world for $315 a month. But with Lev AI, it's $99 a month for our pro version and $49 for our basic version. Strong value for all members, accessible around the globe, high member satisfaction, generous payout rates. Wow. All right. So it's time that I stop and take a break here and catch my breath. I know Larry has been one of our biggest, most excited partners about this program. Larry, as I was running through that, kind of give me your thoughts and tell me what you think.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I've made about 20 twin videos to date. I will tell everybody a quick tip. Title your videos, because I started using the same photo and I made 6 identical photos and I didn't know which language was which. So I started saying Larry in Vietnamese. So just title your photos. But it's really cool. I've been sending them to my global leaders all over the country. My people in Turkey. I've got, leaders in Vietnam. I've got leaders in Japan. Everybody talks about how great the translation is. Even one of my leaders in Ukraine speaking Russian, he said your Russian translation is on point. So that tool is going to be here Friday. I know when I got mine about a week ago to start testing, I just kept making videos and they kept coming back, and I'd pick another language. So really cool. I saved it right to my computer, and then literally I would email it to myself. I uploaded it on my Vimeo channel, and then I literally went to my AI writer, translated the message into Korean, into Japanese, into Russian. So when they go to that video link, I've got it on Vimeo, they also get the translation there. So really cool, Blake. I think the thing I'm most excited about is because with Lev AI, it is an add-on to any business. I don't care if somebody's building a travel business. I don't care if they've got a nutritional business, a brick and mortar business, if they work in crypto. I can show them a membership and a tools package that can help them grow their sales. And I've never been able to do that, because usually if I'm working a network marketing business and I'm trying to share somebody else who's building another network marketing business, they won't even look at it. They're like, no, I don't need it. I'm building my own business, my own check. But when you come in and as a tools package and as an add-on to help them grow their sales, that's how you go in with the message. You're going to show them how they can have a twin of themselves that can talk in 150 languages. You're going to be able to build websites in just minutes, all about their product, all about their project. That's going to sell anybody on how to build this business with the Lev AI tools. And they're going to start to realize, hey, not only am I using these tools and growing my sales, I'm going to actually go over here to my sales force in my company. I'm going to share with them how they can get the Lev AI tools as well. They're going to build the membership. That's going to be a double income for me. And they're going to be under me and my company growing their sales, which is also going to build my residual income bigger. So this is the best platform I've seen. I know AI. I didn't really know anything about AI when I started this just a couple of months ago. I'm learning every single day. I am building. I've got big teams that I'm building, but I'm also in my Lev AI back office. I'm trying to get my leads every day. I'm trying to work, show my brother websites and how to build it. I really want to learn these tools because we know over the next 3 to 5 years, the AI industry is going to be growing upwards of $16 trillion. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. We've got a model. It's almost like an AI university that shows people how to utilize these tools, learn how to do AI, and not be scared of it. Oh, and by the way, if you share it with other people, we're going to pay you for that. We're going to give you a residual income as you start to share this membership. So, Blake, I'm excited. The team's growing. People are hitting ranks, and it's a good day.
Awesome. Thanks, Larry. Excited for Friday to roll this out to everybody. I know a lot of people have been waiting for it, and can't wait to see people putting it to use. All right, everybody, as Larry was saying, just an incredible market opportunity, a $556 billion gig economy in the US alone, projected to be 2.515 trillion by 2033. 70 million freelancers in the US alone. Are you kidding me? They could all use this tool, and 30 million non-employer businesses in the country. And here's the most important thing. People ask me all the time, well, why wouldn't I just want to use this tool or that tool or the other tool? Great, go ahead, go for it. I mean, I'm not saying that other tools aren't great. There's a lot of great tools out there. Here's the main question I got for you. Do you get paid if you influence other people to use those tools? And the answer to that question is a big fat no. And here you can get paid for helping people do exactly what Larry just described. That is the power of the moment that is staring us in the face as we get ready to launch our last feature set as part of our launch. Don't take that the wrong way, everybody. There's going to be lots of new features that come in the future. But before we start thinking about those, we need to deliver what we promised out of the gate, and that is coming in hours now. So get to know the comp plan and how you can benefit from our amazing platform. We've got global reach and experience, everybody. We're backed by a company who's done business all over the world. One of the reasons we were able to launch so quickly, they can do payment collections all over the world. 25 years of history. They've built large businesses, and we're proud to be a part of their infrastructure. All right, everybody. We launched Lev AI on September the 18th, 2025. We're going to be delivering our final feature that we promised at launch on this Friday. Here is the great news. We will be transitioning this webcast to a training webcast moving forward, but we want to get that out to everybody before we wrap up these kind of update webcasts that we do every Wednesday. I'm super excited to roll out the training webcast. The training material is being worked on right now. And so for the people listening who are working on that training material, we're going to do one more update call on a week from today. And then the next Wednesday, we're going to roll into that. So we have a time frame to get that training material out of the box and ready to go to share with everybody. We launched internationally on September the 28th, 2025. We're in multiple languages. Last week, this said 10 languages. This week, it says 16 languages. There are 4 more languages coming very soon. Here you can see on the bottom right of the screen, the language selector on both the website and the back office. Incredible opportunity. Somebody's listening to me out there right now, and they're thinking to themselves, oh my gosh, I've got to get out of my own backyard, and I've got to figure out how to use this platform to grow myself in international business. I know somebody is. Of course, many, many languages on the Lev AI marketing app available right now as we speak. Okay, everybody. Whew. Here comes some more updates. We launched the desktop version of Lev AI. I showed you the dates back there. We're launching the My AI video on October the 31st, and the mobile app is coming soon. As I told you last week, we have submitted everything to both Apple and Android so that we can get onto their stores. I wanted to give you a sneak peek of what the app will look like. It's done. We're just waiting for the final approvals from Android and from Apple. I believe this is the Apple version, but here you can see there'll be a login screen just like your normal apps. You can get in there. You can do everything on your phone, everybody. You don't have to carry your desktop around with you. I know if you're a little bit tired of doing that like I am, you can raise your hand. It's okay. I'm not going to be offended. We obviously have to get this into mobile as quickly as we can. We've developed it out. It's going to be ready. You're going to be able to do all of the features that we've gone through over the course of the last 6 weeks, straight from your phone or your iPad or whatever it might be. Here's some screenshots so that you can kind of see how it's going to look and feel. Every single feature that is available on desktop will be available in the app. We're kind of beholden to timelines outside of our own with respect to the app, just because we have to get approved to get in their stores. So just waiting on final approvals from those. But as you can see, it is already developed out and we are excited to launch it to you. All right, everyone, I know last week we talked about launching our crypto payments. I have an update for you. Today, actually, if you were online, you might have seen that for some time we had actually launched Taiga Pay today. This has been so incredibly frustrating. We ran into some issues with Taiga after we had launched it into production today, but I'm very, very confident that this week it's going to be ready to go. So starting this week, that's what we're saying. You're going to be able to use Taiga Pay to pay for your order with cryptocurrency. It allows international partners to pay easily, currently in testing and soon to be released. I'll tell you the exact issue that held it up today. We had some complexity with our subscription model and it wasn't working correctly, and we want everybody to have a great experience. So we're making some amendments to that with Taiga to make sure that it flows very, very smoothly. But I wanted to show you exactly how it works tonight, because if you have international teams, it might be important to share this information with them so that when this is live, you can teach them, if they're not listening, how to use Taiga to pay for their LEV AI subscription. First of all, they need to have a Taiga account, everybody. And by the way, how many of you on here have a Taiga account? If you do, let's see it. I know it's not as used in the United States as it is around the world, and we mostly have people from the United States here, but if you've got one, let me know. So here's the first thing. You're gonna have to have a Taiga account, obviously, if you want to pay with Taiga. And like sometimes it can take a couple days to set up a Taiga account. So right now would be a great time if you have international team members to be reaching out to them and telling them, hey, please get your Taiga account open. Okay, you can take a picture right there. It'll take you to the App Store or on Google, or just type in Taiga Pay. It'll take you there. Have them download the app and get started. It can take a couple days, depending on where you live in the world, to get a Taiga account. You must use this one is super important, everybody, please. We don't want to lose people in the complexity, but it is a little bit more complex. So please remember this one, because I remember when we launched the company, we were having an issue with email addresses and some people not being able to log in. We've since resolved those, but the same is going to be true with Taiga Pay. Okay, use a Taiga Pay account that matches the email address on your orders. If you don't do that, it's not going to work. So please help me share that message. They must be using the same email address on their Taiga Pay account as they have in their Get LEV AI ordering system. Otherwise, they're going to get frustrated. You might have to complete identity verification depending on where you live in the world in order to get a Taiga account. You can transfer crypto or Taiga Pay or use the app site to purchase. Here is how it will look once it is enabled. And again, we believe it's going to be this week. I know I said that last week and I'm embarrassed that it's not here yet. I apologize to you. We ran into some challenges today as we were rolling it out, particularly with subscription payments. So here's a screenshot of what it will look like. Once you get through this screen, it will take you to the screen on the right, and then you'll be moving into a completely different look and feel because now you're going to be in a different environment. You're going to have to log in to your account that you've created. Here you can go and you'll be able to see how much crypto that you've got available. Your whole dashboard here, if you're a Taiga user, um, pretty standard and simple. Log into TigaPay. The login email must match the email on the order. Please remember that. And you can transfer or purchase crypto there, USDT or USDC. That's how you pay for the subscription. And here you're going to go to the orders tab to find your order so that you can pay for it. Then you'll go to the bottom right, that little arrow that you guys see here on the bottom right, that is the pay with Taiga button. And once you click that, select your order, you can finalize your order, and boom, you will have paid. We're hoping to have that ready to go this week. As you can see, it is massively, in development. Again, we had it launched today. It just wasn't functioning well enough for us to be able to completely release it. I'm envisioning that it's going to be done very, very shortly, and we will let you know as soon as it is. Okay, everyone, right now is the time to take action. We talked a little bit about this. We've got 2 days till the close of our very first month in business. If you're here, I want to congratulate you. I want to thank you for being part of our company, part of our community, and I want to thank you for sharing our amazing product with your prospects who become members and partners. We have an incredible opportunity here to finish off the month very strong. If you haven't yet completed your enrollment, please go complete your enrollment. The twin is coming on Friday. As discussed, the crypto payments are coming this week, as discussed. If you have partners and members who are not on your team, we've equipped you now with lots of information tonight to be able to go call them and say, oh my gosh, I can't wait. The twin it's here. You can take these slides, you can show them everything that we're doing. We upload the slides every week, I think, on our back office. So you've got them and you can show them exactly how it's going to look and feel in the back office. It's coming on Friday. Here's the thing. We are allowing people that enrolled during the pre-enrollment period to complete their enrollment and become partners by November the 9th. If they don't do it, they're going to lose their positioning, and it's going to break my heart when I get phone calls from people saying, oh my gosh, this guy is so special or this gal is so special. Can we just have an exception? And we're not going to be able to do any exceptions. So please, everybody, we have now, it looks like 11 days to be able to go and get all these people in your businesses. I want for you to win. Let's make sure that we are contacting everybody we pre-enrolled. Okay, so we launched last month a promotion, a seat at the table. It's what we're calling it the President's Roundtable. And weekly, I meet with everybody on the President's Roundtable, and we talk about the business. We give updates. More importantly, we hear ideas from the field about what we want to do, where we want to go, which features we might want to add next, what we're going to do that the field will really, really love. And these are your representatives for last month on the round table. What do you have to do? Advance to director. I'm hoping that somebody out there is listening to me. They really want to be a director next month so they can be part of this roundtable group because it's very, very powerful. This month, Rick and Sandy Walsh, Larry and Gary Lane, and Randy and Samantha Schrader. So at our last roundtable meeting, we had some ideas generated for a promotion that was brought up by one of the roundtable members, and they said, Blake, could we possibly roll this promotion out to the field? We think it'll really help our business, and it will really help us to engage everybody on our team. So here we are. It's powerful to have a seat at the table. This was not my idea, everybody. This was the idea of the round table partners who brought it to me, and we got it approved. So we're launching a promotion, everybody. Our company's first promotion. We've never launched a promotion before. This is the very first one. I'm hoping that you will take massive advantage. It will last during the month, well, starting right now, tonight, until the end of November. That is the promotional period. Here is the eligibility. Anyone who has enrolled in LEV as of January 9th, you are eligible to participate in this promotion. The promotion will start once you get to lead partner. Okay, and here is what you will get. We will boost you up one rank in November to power your earnings. But that's not where it stops. We will guarantee that boosted rank through April 2026. That is 6 months of getting paid one level above your highest achieved rank. For anyone who enrolls in the company, finishes their enrollment in the company before or on January the 9th, 2025. So if one of our pre-enrollment partners, comes in and they don't finish off their pre-enrollment, but they enroll anew on January the 10th, they do not get to participate in the promotion, everybody. I just want to make sure that we're being very, very clear about that. Official announcement coming tomorrow. Here are some of the details. So if let's take an example here. Let's say you're a mentor partner. Well, if you're a mentor partner in November and you had finished your enrollment prior to November the 9th, then you would be boosted up to I'm going the wrong way. You would be boosted up to director level for your payout. Not for your recognition, but for your payout. If you earn a lower rank than director, we will boost you up to director. Also, if you earn a higher rank than director, you will be paid at that higher rank. So there's no stagnancy here. You're just going to get paid one more rank than you're currently qualified at for 6 months, so long as you fit the qualifications. Okay, so since we said that, and since we're now talking about the compensation plan, I wanted to invite Randy on. Randy is one of the foremost experts in compensation plans that I've ever met. He really, really understands them. He helped us to design LEV AI's compensation plan, by the way. And next week, we'll talk about this in a minute here, but next week on our partner training webcast, which is on Monday, he is going to be doing a compensation plan training. It might be important for you to be on that call if you want to take advantage of this promotion. So Randy, if you could turn your camera on, we're talking about paying people at a rank one level above their current rank, but they have to have finished their enrollment before January the 9th. And of course, you got to get to lead partner because that's the first rank. Like we're not going to give you one rank above 0, because at 0 you don't earn anything. But if you get to the first rank lead partner, then we're going to pay you at that next highest rank, and so on and so forth, all the way up through the comp plan. For 6 months, you're dialed in. So I know you're part of the roundtable. You're part of the discussion here. I know you're doing a compensation plan training on Monday for the team. Would just love to get your thoughts here.
Well, first, yes, Blake, thank you. And thank you. I think this webcast has been absolutely exceptional. It's entirely what we needed to hear. And so thank you very much for all of that. Second, you're right. It was a roundtable discussion, but I just want to tip my hat to Rick Walsh. This was Rick Walsh's idea. And Rick Walsh, he pushed this idea through. And I thank Rick for that. And I do invite all of you to get your seat at the table. But here's the simple reality. In my own case, what this will cause me to do, I can't work harder, but I'll figure out a way to work smarter so that I have a natural rank advancement between now and then, thereby making me eligible to get paid for 6 more months at 2 ranks higher than I am right now. Folks, stop and think this through. If you are a mentor partner, this gets you paid. If you qualify as a mentor partner, this gets you paid at director. What does that mean? It means that you qualify for check match. It means you qualify for infinity. This is not a little difference. Your income will double as a result of getting check match and getting paid infinity payments. And so qualifying 1 rank higher results in a dramatic change in income. And we know this, whether or not we like it to be true, proof of income is the lubrication that greases the wheels of all productivity in this business. It matters not as much what we know as what we earn. And what Blake has just described is a way for you to get paid more than your current rank justifies. That lets you generate the income that causes you to be able to say with candor and truth, how's it working for you? Let me tell you how it's working. I qualified at a higher rank. I got a special promotion that I earned, and I am currently earning 3 times as much money this month as I was earning last month, or 5 times or 7 times. All that is possible. So folks, I just want you all to know that what Blake delivered today, what the company delivered, and Blake was the messenger, was exactly what we've been asking for. Every single square that we've asking to be filled has been filled. And I do understand that we have a tiny little delay here, not delay, but another day or two for Tyga. But as Blake described, it was live in the back office for a few minutes today. He said this week. This week is a couple of days away. And I'm reading here the question to the hosts and panelists. Blake, you may want to read that and answer it so it's answered correctly. But folks, let me simply say that over the course of the last 3 weeks, the tumbler has rolled over completely in my mind. I have learned how to effectively deliver the product opportunity that is created by this company. And it results in very, very close to a 100% enrollment ratio. People I meet with, they enroll. Blake is right. I will conduct a compensation plan training on Monday. It'll be very important. And I will also release a short 4-minute, 5-minute video on Monday that walks you through the exact process that I'm involved in, which results in literally a 100% sign-up rate for those people that we meet with. Now we get paid more for that than we got paid before. Blakey, thanks. This was exactly what I needed to hear. I'm hoping that everybody else got what they needed to hear. I'm grateful. Back to you.
Well, thank you so much. And then maybe, we're going to talk about the training on Monday here in just 1 second. I'll just get there. So you're going to do a compensation plan training, which we've not done before, on purpose. I'm not the guy to train on the comp plan. I never will be, because I don't earn money in the compensation plan. And everybody else on this call does. I wish I did, but I don't. So we're going to be reviewing the comp plan. We haven't done it before. I think people that have been around a little bit, if you study the comp plan, they can grasp it really easily because we put together a very simple compensation plan. But for lots of people, some of these ideas can be very foreign if they've never participated in a program that will pay them multiple generations deep, which, by the way, is the way to create a large income. So maybe just give people a taste for what will happen on Monday during your training and what you will be talking about.
Oh gosh, Blake, there in our compensation mechanism, there are a few ways that we generate income. And the first way is, of course, the acquisition bonus, which in the first month results in a 50% payout. And so what I'll be teaching people, first of all, is what is the behavior that activates that particular compensation plan component. I think that part is relatively simple. The next part, we go into the unilevel. And in the unilevel, my question for each of you is this: if we're going to get paid on a 5 wide by 8 generation deep block of volume, would we be more well advised to have a bunch of individual partners who are simply paying their subscription? Or might we be well advised to teach a strategy that results in each member having 10 customers, such that each of us were responsible to create $1,000 in volume? You see, that's not a compensation plan discussion. It's a business building logical discussion. But if we build an organization where culturally we're each responsible for $1,000 in volume, then that produces 10 times as much volume in that 8 generation unilevel. And it goes from being a competitive, in odd respect, compensation plan to a mechanism that will produce larger checks than anything that I've ever seen. The next thing that's become very apparent to me as we have our compensation plan discussions is that few people are understanding where the real money comes from in the plan. Remember I said a couple of minutes ago that it would qualify you for infinity payout and it would qualify you for check match. When I say the real money in the plan, don't misunderstand. The unilevel provides a terrific income, but the real money, folks, is in the infinity payout and it is in the check match. And I'm pretty comfortable saying that most people in our company right now don't understand what is required to access that. So Blake, my objective is going to be to show people how to become profitable immediately. It is to show people how to have the largest possible income with the smallest amount of volume, because people need to make money. And it is then designed to show people how to create an income stream that takes on a life of its own and that can not just survive but thrive for decades, which is the holy grail of a leveraged income stream and not something that's been very frequently accomplished in direct selling. The entire conversation, my entire conversation on Monday, is compensation plan based, and is to show people how the comp plan works, to explain why it works that way, and to show people specifically and exactly how to turn it into money in the month of November so that they have a Merry Christmas when shopping time comes.
Awesome. Thank you, Randy. So everybody, Monday, November 3rd at 9 o'clock Eastern, right here on our Zoom channel. This will be an important one for you to be at. We're going to talk about things that we've never talked about before. We're going to go in depth about the comp plan. You can learn how to leverage this promotion that we just launched. If you're a little bit confused about it, then you should for sure be here on Monday. Okay, everyone, we're running out of time. Follow us on social, especially everybody, please, on YouTube so that you can access the tutorials.
Hey,
We need
Blake,
every.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Before you go away, would you look at the chat screen? There's a question about whether or not the date was wrong on the slide, and I want you to clarify that, whether it's right or whether it's wrong, so we don't have confusion leaving this session.
Yes, I can go back up to it, everybody. I did say that I did put the wrong date on here, so I do appreciate the clarity.
Thank you.
It is 11/9, everybody. Excuse
Thank
me.
you.
11/9, not 1/9. Please excuse my oversight there. It is 11/9. Remember, pre-enrollment partners have only until November the 9th to finish their enrollment, and we are hanging this carrot out there for people. Give them an extra reason to go get it done, as if the video twin wasn't enough. Go complete your enrollment and then be part of this promotion that we are running. I apologize, everybody. It should be November the 9th.
Okay, last thing, there's one more question there. The question is the compensation plan. The question is 9 a.m. or p.m. It is 9 p.m. Eastern time Monday. Sorry to interrupt, Blake.
All good. 9 p.m. Eastern time on Monday. Everybody, go follow us on social, especially on YouTube. That's where you can view all of our tutorials. We need you to get in and really, really understand how these amazing tools work together, because you literally are sitting on technology that can change your business. I'm not even talking about your LEV AI business right now. I'm talking about whatever other business profile that you have, and of course, help you to build a solid LEV AI business. Everyone, don't miss an update. Follow us on Telegram. You can take a picture of that little SKU right there, put it into your phone, join our Telegram channel tonight. We're communicating on there frequently. Don't ever miss an update. If you want to be the very first to know that the My AI Video Twin is live, then you should be a member of our Telegram channel, because surely that will reach you before our email reaches you. So go join our Telegram channel. Again, we're posting updates all the time. Everybody, I'm Blake Schrader from San Diego, California. It's been a pleasure to be with you this evening. I hope that everybody is very, very excited for the next couple of days as we gain access to this tool that I know we've all been so excited to get, including me. And until Monday night, and then again next Wednesday night, let's finish off the month, our very first month in business, in a way that you and me and every single person on your team can celebrate in a massive, massive fashion. Good night, everybody. Talk to you soon.
Good night, everybody.